Good, because that's only sparring. If you get dropped in sparring, it means you're learning. Tomorrow morning you don't get dropped in the same shot. So him getting dropped in sparring, that means he's learning on the job. So it's okay.
And, I wanted to fight, but I took the doctors and my dad's and my team's advice, and we pulled out the fight. I'm
not feeling well, so I went up. That's the first time I discovered that the boxer was not well. And then lo and behold, the doctors were called. Two independent doctors came and read their findings to us. And
it's harsh. It is.
Your voice just broke when you said that.
Yeah, it is harsh. But it's not untrue. It's a real difficult one, because I'll never want to disrespect someone that steps in the ring and has a fight and puts themselves in harm's way. And you have a right to be able to kind of look after yourself and protect yourself, especially now with Daniel. I think he's a dad now as well, so there's more consideration there. But the boxing community as a whole, they want you to live by the sword and die by the sword and go out on the shield kind of thing. And if you deviate from that in the slightest, they are quick on you and, just like you say, call you a quitter.
Heard of that. News to me. But people get dropped in sparring, but it generally is news to me. I've not heard that before.
Unfortunately, a show of that magnitude, to be pulled out of it, people don't think about how does the boxer feel to lose the opportunity of...
The source is good. The source is good. And so when I'm hearing these things, I'm like, nah. And so it's popping out left, right, and centre. The source is good. And so to me, I just shook my head. And when I'd heard all this,
if you're an opponent lining up for Fabio Wardley, you look at him and go, to make him quit, one, I don't know if it's possible, and two, if it is, it's going to be one hell of a challenge. With Daniel, you'll go into a fight with Daniel thinking, if I do some things right here, I've seen it not once, not twice, but 3, maybe even 4 times of him kind of tap out of the situation. So if that's in there, you can get it. You can pull it out of someone. You just need to go about the right things to get it. So you're already giving your opponent a psychological advantage going into the fight, because whether you say, oh no, I'm over it now, or I'm past it, or I'm not going to do it, well, evidence suggests that actually the opposite. So
Daniel just pulled out of the biggest fight of his career, and the boxing world is absolutely tearing him apart for it.
To try and climb back up again. Who did he lose to is the question. He lost to a generational great, somebody who's going to go down as one of the best to have ever gloved.
The reaction has been brutal. Former champions, trainers, analysts, everyone's questioning his mentality. Some are even saying this is becoming a pattern with Dubois under pressure.
Dubois, he just can't really get right. He has no real skill. Pretty durable chin. Art is kind of questionable.
His trainer, Don Charles, tried to defend the decision, saying multiple doctors reviewed Dubois' condition. But here's the thing, nobody's buying the excuse anymore.
Seeing things with that one, but he is injured. It's not really specifying. I don't know why. I'm sure I saw it was ankle.
Johnny Nelson didn't hold back at all, called the whole situation pure foolishness, and questioned how things got this far at elite level. He's treating this like Dubois brought street mentality into a world-class sport.
We'll see what happens, but that's for them to overcome now, and it's a very difficult situation. That's a 24-hour...
But here's where it gets really interesting. Fabio Wardley just dropped a psychological bomb on Dubois' future opponents.
He's a big fight, he's trained very hard. If you don't fight, you don't get paid. You imagine the cost involved in a training camp, booking places to set the camp up, bringing the sparring partners in, the nutritionists, the chefs, trainers and everybody, and you don't get paid. It's a massive loss, you can't insure it. Or if you do, it costs a fortune to insure, but...
Wardley basically said fighters now see Dubois as someone who cracks under pressure. That past moments of stepping back give rivals confidence going into the ring. In heavyweight boxing, that's a death sentence.
Speak to the people direct and then make a decision if he's out.
Okay. When did you first learn about this, Frank?
Very late this afternoon.
Okay, so it's been a stressful day.
To say the least. For the fighters as well. It's a shame for the fighters, for everybody involved. TV companies and more importantly for the fans. Riyadh season, you know, His Excellency, everybody involved. We're all gutted, but what can you do? That's
Johnny Fisher went even harder, questioning Dubois' actual skill level and consistency. Said he still has massive gaps in his boxing ability, especially when the heat gets turned up.
More likely it'll be someone that's on the way, or was coming anyway, or is in Dubai.
The names I've heard is Coley, Dillian White, his management has said he'd be interested. Who would you like if you was picking?
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind any of those fights. Like at this stage, anyone like that is.
Then the injury speculation started flying. Wade mentioned possible ankle problems. Liam Dubois talked about unclear injuries, but nobody could confirm anything concrete.
Strength and a potential weakness in elite boxing.
And was taking things kind of very head on, wasn't really sure on how to ride a shot or anything.
Tyson Fury described the Wardley versus Dubois clash.
Eddie Hearn called it extremely difficult for everyone involved. But Frank Warren, he laid out the brutal financial reality.
Wardley's a good fighter, and I think the Daniel Dubois fight is a very good fight. I think it's a great fight for British boxing. Two British heavyweights knocking lumps off each other. And these are two big punches, and you know, whoever lands first with the best shot will win.
What makes him dangerous, you think?
Oh, they're all dangerous, all heavyweights, yeah. Yeah, they're all very dangerous. These guys are 6'4", 6'5", 18 stone wrecking machines. Look how they're built. They're built like Greek gods, carved out of stone. They're training, they're young, they're ambitious, dangerous.
And then Daniel versus Bobby Wardley, who do you think will win?
They're both in their prime, both fresh, both young, and it's a real fight where it's not like one's past and one isn't. They're both in their prime, so I think the fans are the real winners here. They get to see a 50.
Warren explained how training camps cost massive money sparring partners, nutrition, coaching, logistics, all wasted when fighters pull out, and boxers only get paid when they actually step in the ring.
Past opponents, and that's something that I've never ever done in my life, look past anybody. I always focus on the opponent in hand, so I've got to give Mahmoud his respect because...
Here's what's wild though. Lawrence Oakley tried defending Dubois, saying getting dropped in sparring isn't career-ending, but the damage to his reputation might be.
We were talking about these kind of fights, Magnificent Seven, stuff like that. It is a shame. It's a shame for Telma because, again, we're talking about a fighter who, as they say there, is 21 years old. He really is still a prospect at the end of the day. Like, he's only been pro now 3 years. And yeah, he's done all right in those 3 years. I don't want to say he's done anything special or anything like that amazing. But, you know, he's been matched, to put it like this, someone like a Johnny Fisher, who people were comparing Telma to, but bizarrely, a couple of years ago, has been pro for, 5 years? And... well, there you go. So I like the path they're putting Telma on, but bear in mind, last year, 2025, 20 years old, the kid fought twice. A grand total of 3 rounds. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Wardley's stock keeps rising. Becoming world champion elevated his confidence completely. His win over Joseph Parker proved he can survive pressure and still find ways to win when it matters. So here's the reality. Dubois is now seen as mentally weak by his own division. Wardley's being praised as a true champion who overcomes adversity. One fighter's building momentum, the other's destroying his own career. Do you think Dubois can recover from this reputation damage, or is his title shot window closing fast? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button if this breakdown opened your eyes, and subscribe because heavyweight boxing drama is just getting started. And speaking of heavyweight drama, the timing of this couldn't be worse for Dubois. The heavyweight division is absolutely stacked right now with killers who smell blood in the water. You've got Tyson Fury potentially coming back, Anthony Joshua looking to reclaim his throne, and rising stars like Joe Joyce who's been calling out everyone. These guys don't care about your injury excuses, they see weakness and they attack. But here's what nobody's talking about. Dubois' team might have just made the smartest business decision of his career, and I'll tell you why. Think about it, if he fought injured and got brutally knocked out on pay-per-view, that's career suicide in the heavyweight division. Look what happened to Anthony Joshua after those devastating losses. His stock plummeted overnight. The heavyweight game is unforgiving. One bad knockout can send you from world title contender to fighting journeyman on small hall shows. Dubois camp might be playing the long game here. However, and this is a massive however, perception is everything in boxing. Fans don't want to hear about strategic withdrawals. They want warriors who fight through pain and adversity. Look at guys like Arturo Gatti or Diego Corral's legends because they never back down. Meanwhile, fighters who pull out, even for legitimate reasons, get labeled as quitters forever. The social media reaction has been absolutely savage. Boxing Twitter is roasting Dubois mercilessly. Memes are flying, his mentions are toxic, and casual fans are writing him off completely. What's really damaging is how this affects his negotiating power. Promoters now see him as a risk. Why invest millions in a fighter who might pull out days before the biggest fight? That's a promoter's worst nightmare.